Hello, this is me. My name is Philip and this is my personal project. I've been freestyle skiing ever since I can remember, which is why my first idea for the personal project was something to do with skiing. Sadly, those dreams were crushed by the COVID-19 pandemic. All of the ski resorts in my country were closed, which is when I thought about my other passion, parkour and flipping. I remember since a young age I started teaching my friends how to do backflips. And that's my aim with this video. Meet my friend Raphael. He has told me a lot about how he loves action sports and intense activities. He has no prior flipping experience apart from skateboarding. The first part of this video will be my 2-minute tutorial on how to do a backflip. Now, all of the techniques I use and will teach you come from my own experience and from research I've done. Now, I recommend using a gym mat or something soft under you so that it doesn't hurt as much if you land badly. Now, we are going to start with the form that you will have when you get into the air. This is very important as this is what you're gonna have to do to not hurt yourself. Now, you're gonna start by stretching yourself out fully and really try going as far as you can, and then pull yourself together, bring your knees up to your chest and hold them like so. And try repeating this a couple of times until you feel comfortable with it. Now try going a little bit faster every time, because that's what you're going to have to do when you're in the air. Now that you sort of have a feeling for what it's going to be like being in the air, we're going to have to learn how to take off, or also known as the set. Now to do this, we're going to do the same thing as we did before. Lift our hands up as high as we can, swing them behind our hips, and then jump as high as you can. Now try doing this multiple times and try getting as much power out of it as you can. And don't worry if you think you're not going high enough, because with the rotation that you will get from holding your knees in, it'll be enough. Now practice this a couple more times. Up, behind, and up again. Now for the next step, we're gonna have to move to the trampoline, so let's go do that. Okay, now that we're on the trampoline, we can focus more on our technique as you're getting that height from the springs. If you do not have a trampoline at home, you can go to your local gym or trampoline park. So on the trampoline, you're gonna try get a little comfortable with jumping so that you know how it feels like. And now we're gonna start by trying to land just on your back, as this will give you a little feeling for the motion like this. And then try come back up. Now when you've tried that a couple times and figured out how it works, you'll be able to fully go back. Okay, so now that we're ready to try put everything together, you're gonna start by trying to get some air, trying to jump a little bit. Now I wouldn't recommend jumping too much because it's gonna make you feel like you can't do it on ground, which I definitely think you can. So you're going to try swing your arms back like we did on the ground and fling them up with one big jump. And you're going to practice this a couple times until you feel comfortable and you think you have enough height. Then you're going to have, hopefully you have a friend or someone that knows how to do a backflip who will help you set or pretty much help you get over your head. And what they're going to do is they're going to put their hands under your leg and then push it back so that you can get over your head, because that's what we want. We don't want you to land on your head and hurt yourself. So when you're ready, you will try put everything together and do one big jump. And now obviously the first few times you're not going to land this flip, as it takes a while to learn, but I think with enough practice you can land it on the trampoline and then we can move on to the grass. This is going to be the last part of my tutorial, and it's going to be learning how to do the backflip on the actual ground. Now as you can see, I brought the mattress back for this, as at the beginning I like being safe and not hurting your knees if you fall on your knees, obviously. Now I recommend starting with something like I have here. something to give you a little elevation to make it easier for you, so you don't have to get that much height and focus on your technique on the ground, because that's the most important part. It's getting over your head, and that's what we're trying to do. For this part again, I will recommend having someone there to help you get over your head like we did on the trampoline. And this is just to give a little safety measure so that you don't fall on your head. And we're going to do the same thing on this chair. We're going to swing our arms back, go up, and just try to jump back a little bit. Because especially if you're on something like this, don't hit your head here either. So you're trying to jump back a little bit. Now what I like to do is I like to let myself fall back a little bit and then jump back. Because this will allow you to get the distance from the stool you need without having to jump back. Okay, now in my situation, I'm having my mom sit on the stool so that it doesn't move away when I jump, so that it doesn't slip back and then I fall on my back. Now, this is the final part of the video, and we're going to be putting all the things we've learned into one thing, into the final step, which is doing the actual backflip. So, arms up, swing back, up, and there we go. Now we're going to be doing it without elevation, which, by the way, I think you should try it at least 5 to 10 times until you feel comfortable and you feel that you're landing properly and you're spotting the ground. So, same thing, just try to put as much power as you can into it, and we're going to arms up, swing back, there we go. The next part of this video will be me teaching my friend how to do a backflip using the tips and tricks we learned before in my tutorial, and I hope you can see how the progress happened. 2, 1. Hey! Oh, come on. Oh, shit! Oh! It's just like on the trampoline. Let's go.